Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to share with you an essential movement that if you don't do, you'll never be a good ball striker. And what that movement is trail wrist extension. If you don't learn to do this, you'll never hit the ball well. I'm going to show you why and how to learn how to do it. So follow along. Hey everyone, Milo Lines here. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that like button if you like this video. Now today I want to get into how our trail wrist works and why it's so important. Now, one of the most common problems I hear from students is that they hit the golf ball from the outside with lack of shaft lean. And maybe the number one culprit is how this trail hand and wrist works. So let me do a quick demonstration here. If I swing this golf club back, I never load that trail wrist and I start down. No matter what I do, I have to do some funky stuff to be able to make that club come from the inside. If my body starts to unwind athletically like it should, you can see that club's going to get on the outside of the target line. Now, if I do get the trail wrist loaded correctly, but I start unloading it early, you can see again I'm getting on the outside of the target line and I'm cutting across the golf ball. So if I do that, I'm going to hit the ball from the outside, adding loft, not good compression, suffer from low point issues, and a myriad of other things. So what happens when we get this trail wrist loaded correctly? If I load it correctly and I'm able to transport it down correctly, you can see if this thing starts to unload late, naturally my path is coming from the inside. So one of the biggest keys to being able to swing in a dynamic athletic way is how our trail wrist works. So let me show you a quick example of what happens when my trail wrist unloads too soon in the golf swing and how that affects some of these numbers like path, face, loft. Whoops, I thinned it. Okay, so we could see club path went -10. Attack angle went positive. Those are not good things for hitting a 7-iron. I'll do one more and see if I can hit it more solid with that same thing. And you can see the speed was only 84. So me getting rid of that angle too soon doesn't create much good. It creates a path that goes way left, slows things down, and makes for a very inefficient golf swing. Now, if I don't change anything in my body movements, or relatively nothing, when I do this it's hard for me to do the correct movements, but if I don't change a whole lot other than keeping that trail wrist extended longer so that when it unloads later and from the inside, you'll see a difference in the shot. Okay, so now my path is slightly into out. I hit a little draw and the speed went way up and the ball went a lot farther. So just by making the change where I'm transporting that angle longer so that it comes out naturally later, gives me a lot more speed and a lot better angle of attack, path, and all the other good stuff. Ball speed, club speed. So let's show this from a slightly different angle so you can see how the unloading of the trail wrist early affects our low point. So now from face on, if I wind up and I either don't get enough trail wrist extension, you can see that messes with the face, or I get enough trail wrist extension, but then I start applying that force early and it comes out, you can see my low point's going to be way back here. So in order for me to move my low point, I'm going to slide, and you're going to see this ball get struck way off the back side. I don't know if you've ever had that problem, but if you do, this is one of the causes. Whoa, I straight shanked it. Right off the tip of the toe. Now if you're looking for this solid impact position where the handle's more forward, the body's beginning to get out of the way, then there's only one way to get there. And that means you have to transport this loaded lever farther so that it unloads naturally through the strike. And so that'll look something like this. Let me walk you through a couple of simple drills that you can do to train yourself to get trail wrist extension and transport it longer and deeper into the downswing. So for the first of these drills, all you need is a wall. So we go into what would be like a backswing or the beginning of our transition, and you can see my right palm is against the wall. And now as I start down, my fingers work just a little bit back. That's supination, so there's just a little back. And then once they're more or less on plane, then I can just kind of go around the corner. Bang. Bang. So that's my feel. Now let's take that feel and apply it for a little small punch-like shot. And so in this drill, what your goal is, we're going to wind up, load that trail wrist, and then feel how to transport that loaded trail wrist through the golf ball. And you can see, even over here when I finished, my trail wrist is still loaded. So I haven't tried to throw that out. For me, that unloading of the trail wrist is more of a physics phenomenon than something I try to do purposely. I'm letting things happen, not forcing them to happen. So again, as I said at the beginning of the video, most of my students struggle with creating enough of this angle and transporting and having any at impact. I would say more than 80% of my students are in this way. They've actually thrown that angle out too soon. So it's really beneficial to hit shots in this way where we maintain the angle, learn to create enough torque from our body to transport the system through the strike. And once they do that, they start to see big gains in their ball striking. So to drive this point home, let me hit one more shot where I really focus on feeling the club head staying up and to my right as I transport the club around, unwinding through the strike, like so many of you want. So I'm just going to hit this one nice and slow, really focused on those concepts. Bingo, a little low bullet. So let's take this right into a full swing, really feeling how to transport that trail wrist using my full system, unwinding, and see what it does for us. Well, I hit it dead straight, but I tugged it a hair, but not bad for a 7-iron, a little 191-yard carry. So you can see there's lots of speed in the system when you don't unload it too soon. So don't underestimate the power of this right wrist angle. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Come visit us at milolinesgolf.com, where we can help you learn to swing more like an athlete and give you the personalized coaching you need. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Click the link below to access my free 5 keys on building a rotational golf swing and learn how to swing like an athlete. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. We'd love to welcome you aboard. And be sure to comment below and leave feedback so we know how we can better serve you. Thanks again. We appreciate all of you.